Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I thank the Honorable Corolla Bissau for raising this question. As we all know, aviation is the artery through which our economy breathes. When the aviation system fails behind established standards, the consequences are real, economic, and felt by our people. That is why the coalition government has acted. The ICAO In-Country Validation Mission, or ICVM, conducted in 2019 under the Universal Safety Oversight Audit Program, identified shortcomings in Fiji's aviation laws, specifically gaps in our legal mandates and accidents investigation protocols. Fiji's effective implementation score across ICAO's 8 critical elements came in at 78.72%. We must note, Mr. Speaker, that this is above the Asia Pacific average. So we are not doing too badly. That is not a failure, but it is not good enough for a nation that aspires to be the premier aviation hub of the Pacific. The coalition government will not leave those gaps unaddressed. Mr. Speaker, sir, the centerpiece of our modernization effort is the draft Civil Aviation Bill 2026, currently in public consultation. It replaces 3 outdated laws. 1, the Civil Aviation Act of 1976, the Civil Aviation Authority of Fiji Act 1979, and the Civil Aviation Reform Act 1999. We're replacing those 3 with one comprehensive piece of legislation. Laws in some cases are 50 years old, written before wide-body jets, satellite navigations, and drones. The consolidation removes duplication, strengthens clarity, and aligns Fiji's civil aviation system with international best practice. A comparative analysis of legislation from New Zealand, Singapore, and Papua New Guinea informed the drafting. We studied the best and built something fitted to Fiji. We should note that PNG scored above Fiji in 2019 and continues to score above Fiji. The bill enables harmonization of subsidiary regulations with New Zealand civil aviation rules, precisely the ICAO alignment the honourable member asks about. Crucially, it establishes an independent accident investigation commission directly addressing a specific gap identified in the 2019 ICAO ICVM. Independence in accident investigation is a cornerstone of international aviation safety architecture, and Fiji will have it. Mr. Speaker, the legislation sets the rules, but Fiji also needs a vision. A Civil Aviation Master Plan 2026-2031, developed in collaboration with the Australian government, sets out national direction for a safer, more connected, and climate-resilient aviation system. It addresses our island connectivity. It requires all airport operators to address climate change resilience, Paris Agreement commitments, noise mitigation, and decarbonization in their master plans. The master plan also charts a path on sustainable aviation fuel, including a collaborative feasibility initiative by Fiji Airways for exploring sugarcane residue as a local SAF feedstock. Fiji producing its own sustainable aviation fuel from sugarcane is not a distant dream. It is a work plan. Mr. Speaker, Fiji retains its Federal Aviation Administration Category 1 safety rating, allowing Fiji Airways to maintain flights to the United States. That rating is not a technicality. It is the difference between Fiji Airways flying to Los Angeles and not flying to Los Angeles. At best, all rests in part on ability to meet international aviation standards. If we have met them, and we are building the legal and strategic foundations to exceed. For the information of our members, if a country goes into Category 2, it won't be allowed to fly into the United States. So Fiji, being Category 1, is qualified to fly its aircraft into the U.S. Within CAAF itself, the authority operates under a 3-tier regulatory system: the Act, the navigation regulations and standard documents, instructed to maintain continual ICAO compliance. The CAAF Corporate Plan 2024-2029 commits the authority to maintaining all 8 critical elements recognized by ICAO as fundamental to effective aviation oversight. CAAF's rebranding under the strapline Safe Skies, Secure Fiji signals to partners, passengers, and the world that Fiji's aviation regulator is not standing still. Mr. Speaker, the regulations were outdated, the laws were old, the gaps were real. We studied aviation legislation from New Zealand, Singapore, and Papua New Guinea. We drafted a comprehensive civil aviation bill. We launched public consultations. We're building an independent accident investigation commission, pursuing sustainable aviation fuel, and expanding connectivity to our islands, all while retaining our FAA Category 1 rating and protecting Fiji's access to the United States. The signal Fiji sends to the world is that we are a serious nation, governed by people committed to upholding international standards. The government is delivering safe skies, not as a strapline, but as a solemn commitment to every Fijian. Now, I'll leave the Speaker.